Hello YouTube and happy Thanksgiving. This message comes to you from the past. I pre-recorded this back in my flat so I could properly enjoy my time with my mother and enjoy Thanksgiving. And this video not only touches upon the reason why I celebrate Thanksgiving, but also the problem of my national identity crisis that is a constant thing in my life. A little bit of backstory. So I was born in America by two British parents, one from Northern Ireland and one from England. Born there, lived there for 7 years, moved to Switzerland and only recently moved to England to do my education, so sixth form and university and so on. So I've only recently been living here. My accent's very much all over the place and people are very interested to where I've come from. Something that has always been bothering me ever since I was a kid is that when an American asks me for where I'm from, if I were to say I'm American, they would say, oh, but and we started talking about it, they'd say, oh, but your parents are British. So that doesn't really make you American. You don't really live there now. You don't really remember it. You're only there for when you were an infant. So you're not really American, are you? But for example, when I would talk to a British person about being British, it's like, well, you were born in America and you've not lived in England for very long, so how can you say that you're British? And when I was a lot younger, this would profoundly affect me. Nowadays, I'm just more like, do I care? Not really. But I do celebrate Thanksgiving, and so this kind of question comes up a lot. It's like, you're not living in America anymore. You didn't live there for very long, and you celebrate Thanksgiving? It doesn't help that Thanksgiving has a very brutal and bloodthirsty background. Pilgrims going over there and snubbing the natives, and then the natives actually saving their asses, and then in the end of the day we still forced them into unknown lands and murdered and pillaged and just basically didn't give a crap. It's not something that I'm proud of, it's something I'm actually quite ashamed of. But when you actually look at Thanksgiving as it truly is, which is a harvest festival being thankful, I think it's very important for people in the modern world to really take a step back and actually realise, shit, my life is incredibly amazing. Like, I'm incredibly grateful for all that I have. I am grateful for the roof over my head and the food in my stomach. I am grateful for the fact that I was born in very rich countries and my parents cared very greatly for my education and I went to great schools. I care a lot that I have love, unconditional love, and the support that I can do whatever I want to do, which includes being a performance artist, which a lot of people can't say that because they're shunned for who they are. I am lucky that I am not shunned for loving my partner. I'm not shunned for being who I am. And all these things I'm incredibly grateful for. I'm incredibly grateful for the fact that I lived in multiple countries, that I moved around. I'm able to look at the countries that I've lived in and the nationalities that I claim to possess objectively. I don't have blind patriotism. I'm able to look at both England and America without the rose-tinted goggles. I'm able to look at them for what they are, love the parts that I love about them, but also critically analyse the things that I don't think they're doing right. I grew up around multiple religions, multiple nationalities, multiple races. I believe this helped me to become incredibly open-minded. And I care a lot when I see prejudice being put upon someone just because of the way they look or the way they are. And that's because I was brought up to be open-minded, something that I am incredibly grateful for because not everybody gets that opportunity to experience culture the way I have done. I'm incredibly grateful for everything that's happened to me. Even the things that aren't particularly positive has meant that something incredibly beautiful and wonderful has happened in my life. And at this moment in time, I wish nothing to be different about my life right now. The way that I've grown up, I just want the future to be nothing but prosperous, obviously, for me and my family and the troubles that we've gone through. But at the moment, I can look at my life and go, I'm so grateful. I mean, I have complained about my job to multiple amounts of people, but at the end of the day, graduates are finding it really tough right now to get into a job. I know this because I have friends on Facebook that are like, trying so hard to get a job, and they're such good people, and I am so incredibly grateful for the opportunities that I've been given. Yes, it's in retail, and yes, customers can drive you up the bend, But at the end of the day, you need to look at yourself, check your privilege, massively check your privilege, and go, oh my God, my life is actually pretty great. And that's what Thanksgiving is. So that's why when I left my work for my 2-week holiday, I wished all my colleagues happy Thanksgiving, because it shouldn't just be something that Americans celebrate, but if you actually just looked at it as a harvest festival for the world to celebrate what they're thankful for, then it's one of the greatest holidays that you can ever have. So I want to wish everyone, not just Americans that happen to celebrate this holiday, everyone in the world, happy Thanksgiving. Take a moment and reflect about what you're thankful for. Give the people you love a hug and a kiss, and I will see you next time.